everyone, and welcome back. My name is Lexi Zolo. I'm one of your co-hosts here, and I am here with our biggest Eagles fans, Elliana and Luka, to talk about their favorite football team. How are you guys feeling this morning?
Feeling pretty good. Eagles, fresh over Super Bowl, got a week 1 win. Not everyone can say that. Jeez. But it's pretty straight,
I'm feeling great. I'm so excited to talk about the Eagles today. It was a good morning. I woke up and I said, me and Luka are talking about the Eagles this morning. So
there we go.
I'm really excited.
I wanted to start off with some notable players that you both picked out, but let's start with everyone's favorite and probably their most talked about player, Jalen Hurts. I mean, he's their quarterback. He's last year in the Super Bowl, he had one of the best performances I've ever seen from a team that ended up losing the Super Bowl. But I do think that he had a chance of winning MVP if he didn't get hurt. What do you guys think about him?
Yeah, Jalen Hurts is that guy. There's a reason why there's a number 1 on the back of his jersey.
So true.
AJ Brown has 2 of them, but it's
rude
okay.
for that.
But, go ahead.
He's that guy. He's got AJ Brown. He's got Devonta Smith. He has so many options, and he utilizes those options. He led the league in rushing touchdowns last year. It's pretty crazy. He has gotten 3,700 yards, 22 touchdowns in the past season. I think he's going to continue that. We saw a lot of action from him last week when he went 22 of 33 for 170 yards. And not every quarterback can say that about their last game.
Yeah,
That's very true.
Actually, Trevor Lawrence can't say that about his last game. Justin Herbert can't say that about his last game. In case you guys didn't know, 15 rushing touchdowns is a single season NFL record. But yeah, Jalen Hurts has continuously proven himself. Among the doubt years and years at Oklahoma, first 2 years in Philadelphia they doubted him, and now he's a franchise quarterback. He was third in MVP voting last year, and that's not a coincidence. He led his team to a Super Bowl against one of the best teams we've seen in the modern era of football in the last 5 years, at least all of our lifetime. Chiefs are up there, so.
And that was such a good Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It
was.
It was so exciting.
We are going to get there, too. We're going to get to talk about it because I know you're a little heartbroken over the loss, Luka.
It is what it is.
But it's okay.
Big girls don't cry. It's okay.
I feel like I'm so obsessed with Jalen Hurts. He's my favorite NFL quarterback, but also he's the 4th highest paid player in the NFL. So, he better be the best. If you're making that much money, you better be good.
For good reason. I'm just saying, he probably deserves it.
I can't believe the amount of money some of these players make. I was like, dang, I wish I knew how to play football because
Literally.
what? I'm like $255 million.
But that's
I can't comprehend a number like that.
No, I talk about this all the time.
Yeah, you see it, but you don't really put into perspective how much money that is. What
just
you can
$1
do
million
with
is a lot to me. I'd be like, what? If you were in the NFL, your parents wouldn't have to work, and you could give them an eighth of what you make,
and still be chilling.
Filthy rich.
It wouldn't even make a dent in your salary.
No.
And imagine if you had 2 sons in the NFL, like Jason Kelsey's mom. That's pretty crazy.
That's a great
I know, bro.
because
Our next player,
Jason Kelsey.
That's crazy. Go ahead, let's take it away.
He is our center, and he leads the offensive line. His job is to pass block and run block, and they always pull him to the outside because he is able to make those runs like that. He's just so good, so they'll utilize him in that way. And what do you guys think? I think he's going to be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, and I'm not going to lie, most people who, whether you like the Eagles or not, most people who know about football, and because if you actually watch the game, you know who Jason Kelsey is.
Exactly.
He's one of the most notable centers in the league. He's a really great guy, funny guy. He's got his podcast with his brother, which is super cool.
I love that podcast.
Content. Yeah, a lot of likable content, and he's a really nice guy. He doesn't really talk crazy or anything.
I feel like he's a good player on and off the field. Obviously he's got his stats and all, but you see these things that he does with his brother, the podcast that he does, all that good stuff. He's just a good person. I feel like that's also something that kind of goes unnoticed sometimes. These people have lives behind them, and you can see the difference that the Kelsey brothers are making in their community.
I think
really
it's super cool when an athlete does something outside of just playing their sport, that podcast. That's super cool.
That helped me get more into NFL because they were talking about it. They were talking about fantasy. They were talking about the Super Bowl. So it was really cool to listen to this. But I have a fun fact.
Okay.
There is a 45% chance that I'm distantly related to the Kelsey brothers.
How do we know this?
So, okay.
Where's the 23andMe right now?
So,
can we get that?
I have the ancestry sheet right here.
So, okay, their mom's maiden name is Blaylock.
Okay. That's
That's
pretty.
a good start.
That's pretty. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. That's
That's what I'm.
Blaylock is not a common last name.
That's what I'm saying, and it's like Scottish. It's the whole thing. So I'm scared to take the ancestry test because I don't want it to be.
You won't.
wrong.
You won't.
please
You
do
won't.
it? Can you please do
No,
it?
but could you imagine, like, after talking all this, it just doesn't work out and I'm not related to them? But if it does,
But if it does,
That's a flex.
I'm kind of a Kelsey, which means
You can play ball.
I could take a 24th of your salary. You don't miss it at all. Please.
That'll cover tuition and more.
Cover tuition, cover rent, never have to work
No,
again.
that's facts, man.
Wow, imagine.
But yeah, that's my fun fact. I love Jason Kelsey, but that is the reason I picked him, is that I might be related to him.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a
And
good
he's just
pick.
very well known.
Yeah.
And our next player, AJ Brown. He is their wide receiver. Second year on the Eagles. He came from the Tennessee Titans. But I have a question. Do you think he's better
No.
than Devontae Smith?
No. I mean, so I think this year, I think as of last year he was. I think this year it's gonna be like AJ Brown for the first like 6 games, and Devontae Smith's gonna make the jump because that's exactly what he's supposed to do. Like that's literally the plan we've had when we drafted him. You know. So I think that the first 6-7 games is gonna be AJ Brown, Devontae Smith just taking a little bit like of a backseat. Not even a backseat though, because they both had 8 catches this week.
Yeah.
AJ Brown had 79 yards. Yeah, 79 yards. I think Devontae Smith had more. I don't have the number right now, but no, I think AJ Brown is like better right now, but Devontae Smith is more talented. His ceiling's a bit higher.
I feel
But-
like he's a better route runner for
Yeah,
sure.
no, for sure,
Yeah.
and that's exactly why I feel like people, despite all this, I think AJ Brown's a little bit underrated because like, as a receiver, you don't have those big body bruiser receivers. You know, everyone expects you to be quick, fast. You got Justin Jefferson, Cooper Kupp, you know, Devontae Smith, like we said. But what do you think, Elliana? How do you
I
feel
mean,
about
I
AJ Brown?
completely agree. I think that, yes, they are 2 big assets to the team, but I do think right now, you know, he has that little edge over him. But then again, 2 very great players, 2 huge assets to our team. I think they're going to help us go far this season.
And actually, since AJ Brown has been with the Eagles, he actually has last season, this season he had 7 receptions, 10 targets. Over his entire career, he had 280 receptions on 450 targets. So more than half. He catches more than half the balls thrown at him. You know, he averages 14 yards per catch. So he's a big chunk guy. You know, he's gonna get you the big plays when you need it. But I think at the end of the day, Devontae Smith will end up being wide receiver 1 at that team because AJ Brown's already 26.
Yeah.
You know, he's probably like 2-3 good years left in him. Then after that, he's just gonna kind of be that support guy for Devontae Smith. But if that wins us a bowl, man, I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. So yeah, I got nothing to complain about.
Perfect. I mean, I want to keep going right into Darius Slay.
Big play, Slay.
Big play, Slay.
Pick 6 in his first game. Like, what more can you ask for? And he's going to do it again tonight against the Vikings because they stink. They're garbage, but it's okay. That's at 8:15, by the way. It's going to be a great game.
Okay, so he's got a bunch of, like, fun little things. He's a 5-time Pro Bowl player. In 2017, he co-led the NFL in interceptions. I mean, I think that's huge as a center back to have those interceptions because those are the plays you remember, I feel like. Because I'm always like, oh, yeah, they scored. But did you see that interception?
No, exactly. And corner is the hardest position, like, in the game. My opinion, like, I've never played football. It's not close. Like, imagine I'm sprinting at you at full speed. You have no idea which way I'm going. You're backpedaling. Like, there's nothing you're going to do, you
That's
know?
scary.
Like, yeah, so
You never see them fall. You think, like, okay, they're backpedaling. You don't see them, like, fall. Or something.
yeah, exactly.
It
No.
definitely takes some talent for that sort of position.
I like his nickname.
Big play, Slay. No,
And
yeah.
he got that nickname because he just has these clutch moments where he gets a turnover, he scores, something crazy happens, and he changes the entire momentum of the game for the Eagles. And I feel like that is like a very key asset that he has because he just like can turn the game around with his amazing plays.
No, exactly.
Okay, quickly, I want to touch on the game tonight. Eagles versus Vikings tonight at 8:15. What do you guys
Come on
think?
now, don't even, you know what I think, man. It's not gonna be
even a
close. It's
question.
not gonna be close
Yeah.
at
It's
all.
really
Like,
not. No, and we say it's a joke, but it's not. First of all, home field advantage. Philadelphia is an environment like no other. If you haven't been in Philly for a game or at least seen a video or Barstool videos of Philly environment during a game,
Yeah.
it's completely unmatched. That's even before we even get into stats, which team is better, blah, blah, blah. That's the first thing. Home field advantage, huge. Our defensive line is looking so good. Kirk Cousins has one option, Justin Jefferson. That's about it. How many options do we have?
Yeah, quite a few actually. I think. Yeah. No, I don't think it's gonna be close. The guy who bought me this jersey is behind the camera right now, Cameron. Shout out Cameron for the jersey. But he watched the Eagles. He watched the Eagles absolutely decimate the Vikings last year, so he's prepared for it to happen again. So.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you guys so much for coming on. It was so much fun. I hope you had the best time. Everybody, stay tuned because we're about to get some girl trivia.